Welcome to Week 7 of the Chieftain Rewind. The Utica Chieftains faced a tough challenge on the road this week against the 4-2 Warren Mott Marauders. Mott won last year's matchup 43-6, but the Chieftains weren't worried about last year's result. Despite a 2-4 record, this Chieftain squad has been competitive in every game this season thanks to a solid defense and a deep offense, and they were poised in Week 7 to shut down Warren Mott. Before we get to the highlights from the game, let's look at our next senior feature. This week, we are pleased to feature punter and kicker Maddie Barge.
So in 7th grade, I actually went to try out for the volleyball team. I tried out the first day, but we got the schedule like a day before tryouts were over, and it didn't work out with my soccer schedule, and a couple of guys around the school were saying, hey, you should come play football, like you're good at kicking, you play soccer and stuff, just try it. I convinced my mom somehow. My dad was all for it, so I started playing the day after that, and the rest is history. I've been playing ever since. It actually wasn't very challenging. A lot of the guys were really accepting because like I was willing to work hard and kick and punt for them and do what I got to do, you know. I wasn't looking for any special treatment. Still, I'm not looking for any special treatment. I'm just here to play the sport I love. I mean, the past couple of seasons, transitioning into a varsity player, I had to compete at punting and kicking. I mean, I was able to win the punting job, which is great and really helped me excel at that position specifically. My personal goal, I made this a few years back actually, is to kick at least 12 touchbacks off kickoffs this year. I plan to play hopefully D2 football and maybe work my way up to D1 after a year or two there.
You know, she's our kicking game, so she does a great job. Someone, you know, we trust and is completely reliable, and we have the utmost confidence in her, whether it's kicking or punting. You know, she does an awesome job for us and has, and we expect the same thing this year as a senior. You know, we're very lucky to have her back as a senior.
It's great seeing her be able to do what she does. I mean, great punter. I know she went to a couple of camps this year and that's like won awards for being best punter there, so it's pretty good.
Maddie's another one I've been playing with since 7th grade, and she's a great kicker, and it's great to see a girl out there rather than a guy, you know, it's pretty cool.
It's actually great. I mean, I doubt any other school would let me do what I'm doing playing the sport as a female, which I just love that Utica is giving me that chance to actually come out and play, not just like sit the bench or anything. It's just been a great experience here.
After a short break, we'll dive into the highlights from our Week 7 matchup. Stay tuned.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
The Chieftains look to play spoiler at Warren Mott in this Mac White showdown. Here is your Week 7 matchup. Chieftains get the ball first, and on 2nd and short, Gable Shefsky begins his big night with a first down. But great coverage by the Mott defense causes the drive to stall out. On the Marauders' first drive, Curtis Hamilton looks to move the chains, but he's just short, and it's 4th and 1. They decide to go for it, and it pays off with the quarterback keeper by Dylan Van Conant, one of the 2 quarterbacks Mott would utilize tonight. On the next play, Van Conant throws a great pass to KJ Allen, who falls at the 5-yard line. And that sets up the keeper by Van Conant for the score. They would follow that up with a successful 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 Mott. Utica looks to strike back, and on 4th and 2, Olszewski finds a nice hole and extends the drive. But Mott responds with a sack on 3rd down, and the Chieftains are forced to punt again. On Mott's next drive, the Chieftain defense shows them what they're made of and force a 3-and-out to end the first quarter. And the Utica offense starts to get into the rhythm now as Keene finds Zach Jacobs for the first down at the 12-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Olszewski bolts his way through defenders and almost makes it to the goal line. But the offensive line gave him the space he needed on the next play to easily score the touchdown, and it's an 8-7 ball game. The Marauders show off their depth with some nice running by Curtis Hamilton and Dorian Cheney. And then it's Dennis Mayfield dodging defenders, and he finds the end zone. Mott extends their lead 15-7. The Chieftains find themselves on a few key plays on their next drive, but more fantastic running by Olszewski keeps the drive going. And he had speed left to burn here with a 27-yard rush to the house. His second touchdown of the night, and the Chieftains punch right back. With the rain beginning to fall, Van Conant throws a bomb intended for Jaron Hayes, but Ethan Lepke makes great coverage to deny the pass. But then it's Dennis Mayfield who breaks a few tackles and darts down the sideline for a 20-yard touchdown and his second of the night. And the first half would end with the Marauders up 22-14. Mott takes possession to start the second half, but more great coverage from the Chieftain secondary unit ends their drive. Another great run by Olszewski here takes Utica to the 47-yard line in Mott territory. They would be taken back to a holding penalty, but it wouldn't matter as Keene finds Jason Azar, who breaks a tackle and takes it all the way to the 7 for a 53-yard reception. And it looked like Olszewski would get his third touchdown here, but another holding penalty on the Chieftains takes them back. On 3rd and goal, Keene targets Jacobs, it's deflected, and somehow Garrison Nix comes up with the catch in the end zone. Take another look here. Did the ball hit the ground? You be the judge. Either way, the Chieftains fight right back, and it's 22-21. And tensions begin to mount as both defenses stay locked down for the rest of the third quarter. But Mott starts off the fourth quarter by forcing the first turnover of the game, and it's Jaron Hayes with the pick. And they make their way down to the red zone where junior quarterback James Cheney keeps it himself and takes it home, and Mott extends their lead. And that turnover seemed to turn this game on its head as the Chieftains just didn't have enough left in the tank. Mott would score twice more in the fourth for a final score of 42-21. However, it was a close, hard-fought game for Utica, and Coach Marulli saw the hard work they put into this game.
Yeah, I mean, the kids played hard, they battled, I'm really proud of them, and, it was a good hard-fought game. I mean, both teams played really hard, both teams made some plays. They made some plays at the end that, got them the game. But they're a good team. They got some great athletes, and, they made some big plays.
Gabe Olszewski, 2 touchdowns, probably around 100 yards. Talk about his performance and what he means to this team.
Yeah, I mean, he's our leader. We give him the ball. He runs hard every time. He's kind of the heart and soul of the guys, and works hard every day. And the offensive line did some great things in front of him, and he just ran his butt off. He ran really hard, found some creases, and he made some plays today. He did a great job.
With wins by Grosse Pointe South, Mott, and Ford in Week 7, all the Blue Devils need to do is win in Week 8 to become division champions once again. A loss would mean that they share the division title with the winner of the Mott versus Ford game this week. Although the Chieftains are officially out of playoff contention, there are still 2 games left to play. And after a 5-game losing streak, they are hungry for a W. The team will have their final home game of the season on Friday to face the 3-4 L'Anse Creuse North Crusaders. Utica played spoiler to LCN last year by defeating the Crusaders 34-20, which kicked them out of a playoff spot. The Chieftains will be playing for pride this Friday on senior night. That's all for this episode of the Chieftain Rewind. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Week 8.